Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's recap of McBain Sports. First up, Varsity Football.
So the record was 7-4 overall on the season. 2 wins and 2 losses at home. 5 wins and 2 losses during away games. Averaged 30.5 points per game. Allowed 25.7 points per game.
Last week, McBain lost 55-13 in the district finals against Traverse City St. Francis. Last game against St. Francis, McGillis led the rushers with 98 yards. Carson Huttinga had both touchdowns, and McGillis led the defense with 6 total tackles.
Total season touchdowns are as follows. Eli Baker led the team with 19 total touchdowns. Braylon Pace racked up 11 passing touchdowns. 8 of those were to Carson Huttinga. McBain recorded 3 fumble recoveries for touchdowns. Huttinga had 2 and Brant Bonico had 1.
Next up, Varsity Volleyball.
Hello, Rambler fans, and thank you for that throw to us about this. This is Gary Hawkeye Vanna, joined by the Bulldog Jersey Scott, as we're here to celebrate a great week of volleyball. I want to let you know I'm a little hoarse because last night was so stinking exciting. What a great week. Jersey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, all that happened this week, winning districts and now winning regionals. It's super exciting for me and my team.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit of hardware right here, but to get to districts or the regional finals, you had to go for Sanford Meridian. Mm-hmm. So, what were the scores of that game?
For Sanford Meridian, it was 25-10. They came back a little bit, 25-17, and they came back a little more, leaving it 25-23.
Well, Annalise led the team with 34 assists, and she had a great night at distributing the ball. In fact, she went to 3 different hitters, and each one of them had a good night. Who are the hitters and how well did they do?
Emma was our top dog that night. She led the team with 14 kills, and then Gabby followed by with 9, and I followed by with 7.
All right. Serving-wise, Annalise Ferdine had 100% serving with 4 aces. Emma had another 3 aces, and she even busted out the jump serve at the end there. Mm-hmm. Defensively, how did we cover that court?
Our setter actually led us in digs that night. She had 7, and then Gabby followed by with 6, and I followed by with 5.
Well, that was a fantastic thing, and that punched your ticket to the finals. The regional finals were a rematch of last year's regional finals as McBain takes on Beaverton. Beaverton was able to sweep McBain last year on a way to a 26-2 record before they finally lost in the semifinals. McBain hoping to get a little revenge last night. Well, there's really no secret. You see the trophy. You know what happened here, but what were the scores?
The scores of that game were 25-21, so a little bit close. Next one, McBain came out on fire, 25-15. And third set, Beaverton actually came out a little hot, and it ended up being 25-20, but we still swept them in 3.
Well, what I noticed about the game is we did a lot of back and forth playing, and you just kept on waiting for McBain to get an 8-point run. Mm-hmm. And the third set, we just okay, when's this 8-point run coming? When's it coming? Mm-hmm. And McBain was actually losing at 16-20 before they got their 9-point run to finish out the Beaverton Beavers. Annalise led the offense with another 34 assists. And most this is the best game I've seen Annalise play. Annalise play her whole career was the one she played last night.
Yeah, she definitely played all out last night.
How do we do offensively?
Gabby led the way with 10 kills. Emma followed right behind with 9, and I also had 9 kills as well.
All right. So, serving, Jersey and Annalise both had 2 aces.
And then for our defense, Annalise led the way again. She had 12 digs. She was all over the court last night picking up everything, and Ella also had 6 digs that night too.
That brings the overall record to 35-4-1. And now they move on to the quarterfinals this Tuesday on the 26th, 6 p.m. And it will be a great time. It's the first time since 2009 that McBain has made it to the quarterfinals. Do you know who they played in 2009 in the quarterfinals?
I'm not sure.
Calumet.
Really?
Guess who they played 2008 in the quarterfinals?
Calumet?
Calumet, that's right.
Oh, man.
Calumet won 2008. McBain won 2009. Deciding game this year between those two strong historical programs. It's going to be a great time. We'll be giving all the coverage. McBain will have their own special slant on the NFHS network, as well as continuing with the audio with the scoreboard on the Rambler Review YouTube page, so you don't have to pay and you can keep along radio style to the matches. Well, this has been Gary Hawkeye Vanna.
Jersey Scott.
Feel the wheel.
Thanks, Hawkeye. On to cross country. the McBain cross country sent 2 runners to the Division III state finals at Michigan International Speedway, Reese Ensing and Clayton Engelwright.
Reese Ensing finished in 191st place with a time of 22:18.
Clayton Engelwright finishing 111th, finished with a time of 17:49. Congratulations to both Reese and Clayto with a wonderful season. Now on to middle school basketball.
Thanks, Tucker. Now on to the 7th and 8th grade boys basketball recap.
On the 3rd, they played Pine River, 7th grade game. McBain lost 33-40. 8th grade game, McBain won 49-18. On the 5th, they played NMC, 7th grade McBain won 66-31. And then on the 8th grade game, McBain won 54-44.
There'll be a game Thursday, the 11th. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell to get notifications when we go live.